I could see your eyes open looking at me. Okay. And so, and I said, yeah, I said, that's Lil Chico. That's Lil Chico. And she said, Mom, why are you calling him that? I said, cause that's his name. That's going to be his name and stuff,
I'm alone.
I feel like the future of Chatham, we uniting more. We're talking more. During those times, I feel like as we was getting older as teenagers, everybody was getting in their way. So we didn't know how to talk. We just came at each other with aggression because of what we were going through. So I feel like now people been through a lot, seen a lot, done a lot, went through love, tragedy, whatever. And now we able to sit at the table and discuss what can we do better, what can we do more, what we wish we had that they don't have, and what we can do to make that happen.
Stop trying to chase the times, plead the fifth and face the lies. Chop it up and face the lines, or face the lies we tell the self. Ain't too proud to ask for help. Wonder how his casket felt. Wonder why we mask ourselves. All this damage, damn, did I damn myself?
I've been down, I admit. It's like a smile ain't been around for a minute. You should pray for me one more again. Yeah, I've been.
Man, I be thinking about how I came here from San Antonio to this neighborhood. Even though I was back that way, a little bit further, west a little bit. Like when I first came here, it was a fucking gang war going on. My uncle got shot right outside my crib. A bullet flew past my head like the second week I was here. You know what I'm saying? Just to be still alive in this motherfucker is crazy.
Damn, now, this on Rose?
On Rose, 7800, South Rose. I was just sitting there watching TV. My grandma was like, she was like, boy, get down. I was like, nah, fuck you talking about? I'm watching cartoons.
Chatham fucked up.
All you heard was glass shatter, and all I heard was pew. It was like pew.
Right. Got your ass down there.
Got my ass down and then got my ass whooped. Fuck you mean?
For not listening.
Yeah, for not listening. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I could have been dead for not listening. But shit,
So yeah.
Niggas here, bro. Like, this shit crazy.
I'm just glad we survived the unfortunate consistencies that the black community gotta withstand. You know what I'm saying? I went through some trials and tribulations myself. No pun intended, just being around. And that was really kind of the influence of the album Get Rich or Die Sliding. That's why the cover is just me recovering from the consistencies of the shit. I ain't special, so you know what I'm saying? Just everybody know.
No, nigga, you is special.
No, but
you is special.
The circumstances of which we came up from ain't really special.
That's special. You here? You
Yeah,
made
yeah,
it because
yeah.
I know a lot of them that didn't.
Oh yeah,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Shit, I know a lot of them.
You know what
I go
I'm
to
saying?
them. Shit, I go. It's a death day. It's either a day one of my niggas died, or it's the birthday of one of my niggas that's dead. Type of time. So,
almost every day, right?
yeah, hell yeah. Especially April. April was crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
It is what it is, man. We here though, and that's what propelled us to keep giving niggas like the music that you gotta have. Like it's like from precursor to one more again. So
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, it's just a diary. It's a diary of what it's like growing up here. And what it's like being a black man here. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord was like, Annette, you could do this. You could do this, and stuff. And so I started having dreams all the time, just constant dreams, and stuff. And so I had dreamed, about, I started having dreams about the house. So I told Dad, I say, I seen in a vision of this house. Because he said, yeah, but he said, we done lived on third floor, we lived on second floor. He said, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna have a house, you know. So I said, okay. And so I showed enough, I started dreaming of the house. So we would go and look at different properties and stuff, you know. That wasn't the house. That wasn't the house. So he said, babe, he said, what do the house look like? You know, I said, I will know the house when I see it. Okay. And so I saw in my dreams the urns, the big urns that used to be in Tuley Park. They're not there now. And so as we're going and looking at these properties and we don't see, you know, basically what we want and stuff like that, you know, so Dad said one day, he said, okay, well, man, he says, well, man, let's gather the kids up together and let's go before drive, you know, stuff, you know, let's go for a drive and stuff. And so he said, okay, well, let's go on the south side and we'll stop at Leon's and get some chicken for the kids and ice cream. And so that's what we did. We stopped at Leon's, got y'all some chicken and ice cream. And y'all just so wonderful. Y'all sitting back in the back eating chicken wings and ice cream and stuff and laughing and just having a good old time, you know, stuff. And so he said, well, I said, well, you know, when you're going to go home, he said, well, no, let's just drive around the neighborhood, you know. So I said, okay. So as he's driving, this feeling comes over me, you know, and stuff. It comes on me. I don't know what, I don't recognize the feeling, but I feel like I've been there before, you know, like deja vu in a matter of speaking. And so as he's driving, and he is, he's like on King Drive, right? So I tell him, I say, turn right here, you know, turn right here. He said, turn right here. I said, yeah, I said, turn right here, you know, and stuff. And so as he's driving, and then I look over in the park, at Tuley Park, and I see the urns. I see the urn. And so when he makes it to that next block, I told him, I said, stop. He said, oh, you know somebody over here? I said, no. I said, but that's our house right there. That's our house. There was no for sale sign in front of the house. He said, what? I said, yeah, that's our house, you know, and stuff.
I would love to open up many businesses within the Chatham neighborhood so that we could maintain the beauty of it. It needs to flourish. It needs to continue to be a place where the people of the community could feel like this is home. And, you know, there's a lot of changes going on in the city, but I would hope that those changes that happen within the Chatham neighborhood are for the people and by the people, for sure.
All these false pretenses, going away for the reasons. Can't hold it down for the underground. Real is back in season. All this fake is you believe in. All these false pretenses, going around.
My favorite memories about living in Chatham was the old block parties. Even when they used to have the old events here at Tuley, where, you know, you come out during the summertime and you have like Jesse White tumblers, you have like barbecue and stuff going on in the field. It's like big community events. Some of the best things that I miss about this community.
Who was praying on a drought? I just need a show of hands. You can see it in their moves. It was all choreographed, so we followed no routines. Getting caught up in a trance, two-step into the paper. Rain dance, rain dance, rain dance, rain dance, rain dance.
I feel like Chatham is expanding. I feel like it's a lot of families here, and I think that more families should come back to Chatham because we're a community, and as long as we're together, it's gonna stand.
Say what the fuck? Divest from those pigs in, oh well, the whole damn system is guilty as hell. What the
shit? I'm literally in both worlds.
The 10-day shit.
The 10-day shit. I'm in both worlds. Drill had the hood, right? Mm-hmm. You know how it's a difference between niggas and black people?
Yeah.
Drill had niggas, Chance and them had black people.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the niggas yet. You know what I'm saying? Like
some niggas knew about it.
Some niggas knew because you can't help but to know niggas like we from
if it's hot, it's hot.
It's Chicago. Like everybody know everybody. This is fucking big city living as a small town.
It's Gotham.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's really a small town. Like it's not a melting pot. Everybody know everybody. If you from one side of the city, you gonna know. If you in that circle, you gonna know these people. You know what I'm saying? Or it's gonna be 6 degrees of separation between you and everybody. I say all this to say that the same way Drill had the hood, them niggas had black people, but not just black people, the Mexicans, the white people. So it was just as big.
The hippies.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just as fucking big.
I know it was just
two different sides of the spectrum though. And they never met until you get to a nigga like me, who had a Mick, who had a Louis, who had, you know, who had all that shit
that represented
both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because here I am. I didn't know about this shit unless I was on this side, but I took that shit over here because them niggas love this shit that I'm selling. You know what I'm saying?
When I had asked God and prayed to God, because I was always taking y'all for such long distances to the park, I had asked God to wherever He put us, to put us near a park, not too far. I asked Him to put us near a church where y'all could come up in church. I asked Him to put us near a school where y'all would come up in school. And I got out the car and I knocked on the door, and Mr. Wilson, bless his heart, opened the door and he said, I've been waiting for you. And I looked, I wasn't surprised because like I had said before, he said, yeah, he said, where's the children at? He said, because this is a children's house. And so I went immediately and got y'all out of the car. And there, I said, Mr. Wilson wants to talk to you and stuff. He said, Mr. Wilson? He said, you know Mr. Wilson? I said, no, it's the man that was in my dream. He said, man, he said, you scared, you know, and stuff. I said, no, when God got something for you, He got something for you, you know, and stuff. And He ain't gonna let nothing and nobody step in the way of that. And so sure enough, you know, Mr. Wilson was saying, you know, he took us to the backyard, showed us all the beautiful rose bushes and stuff. He was telling me how his family had came up in that house and how they had been raised up in the house and stuff, you know, as children and stuff. And so he said, ain't nothing but good spirits in this house. Ain't nothing but good spirits and stuff. And so once Daddy got the house, of course, now there's a park across the street. All I got to do is just 2 steps and I'm across there at the park, okay? Church is down the street, around the corner. School is across from the church, all right? Everything that we needed, God put it right there. I mean, just hop, skip, and a jump. Everything is right there. Park, school, church. Everything these babies need is going to be right here. Okay, everything. That's why I say, can't nobody tell me nothing about the goodness of God, man. Nobody can tell me about the goodness of God.
The future of Chatham, my thoughts about the future of Chatham is that it's a lot that goes unnoticed, and I feel like there's a lot of work being done so that light can shine on the work that's actually being done behind the scenes, under the radar. And, you know, a lot of people, a lot of talented individuals, you know, should get, you know, consideration. So I'm looking forward to Chatham getting the consideration it needs and deserves. That's what I see about the future of Chatham.
One time for your mind. That's if you focus enough. Hey man, just stay focused, you got it. I bet these rhymes will definitely open your eyes. What do you believe? What do you believe? You believe everything you see. You believe everything you see. What do you believe? What do you believe? You believe everything you see. You believe everything you see. You believe in a what? You believe in a who? You believe in a hype. Damn, you believe in a hype. You believe in a.
Chatham is such a rich, beautiful place. A lot of people will drive through it and truly miss it. In some ways, I kind of hope they do, because just how powerful it is. We create some very unique individuals over here, unique experiences, and it's just rich. The history of gospel music lived over here because Mahalia Jackson lived up the street. Thomas Dorsey lived around the way. We're just a history and a melting pot of Black greatness.
Lord, dear Lord above, God Almighty, God of love, please look down Come Sunday, oh, come Sunday, that's the day.
The future I see for Chatham, I feel like Chatham is gonna be so big and important to not only Chicago, but to the world. Because our culture is like, it's unmatched to me. It's like you get little bits and pieces from everywhere all in one. It's like, it's real authentic Chicago to me. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be musically or just business-wise or amazing people. Like people in Chatham, we make changes in the world. So I think the future is very bright for Chatham, and I just can't wait for everybody to see it, man. It's gonna be amazing. You know, we're gonna do a lot for the community and for the world as a whole.
Acting wild, I'm the golden child. Was sleeping on me, bet they need me now. Hey, they ask me why I do the things I do. I'm not in the mood, don't wanna talk, don't want no interviews. Cause I'm still a hoodlum, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a hoodlum, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm still a hoodlum, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to J Hoodlums.
But honestly, this is like my favorite artist I ever opened up for. You know, like I would say that between this and Gucci, it's one of the other. Those my two. That was a moment. This a moment. You know, full circle. Unsocial. Until it's time to be social.
Stuff that I have endured because he has helped me to endure it, you know. So when I'm telling other folks about greatness, of course they're not gonna see what I'm saying. Some people do, you know, but some people don't. They be like, you know, what the hell are you talking about? And stuff. But then that's when God had to take you to a little bit more stuff, you know, and stuff, you know. So you can see that it's him that is guiding your footsteps. That's how he guided us to Chatham.
So somebody once said, once you stop creating, you're dead.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's real shit, right?
Yeah, I agree. So speaking of create, we're going to two creative individuals, two creative black men who are the exact examples of all the positive things we was talking about. Rufus Sims and Drew Gilla, they having a release party. So we're gonna go show love and show that Chicago is a unity, and as long as we can continue to show that to the public, it should be all right.
On game.
Bitch, we wrong as hell. Stop playing with us.